Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on dividend growth investing. Getting paid just for owning stocks. This is what dividend investing is all about. This is my weekly buy video, and my current strategy is to deposit $100 of my own money per week and let the portfolio do the heavy lifting for me going forward. All dividends received will be reinvested back into that stock from which it was received. My goal is to put this money to work for me in the long term to build a growing and reliable income stream. I am a long-term buy and hold investor who focuses primarily on individual blue chip stocks as well as ETFs and CEFs. What we're looking at right now is my M1 taxable stock brokerage account. And we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the last week of performance here. We can see the overall has been pretty good for this portfolio. This is a dividend growth portfolio, so we have market gain as well as dividends. And I'm going to go to the 1 week. We'll take a look at where we're at. We're up from the last video. We're up 1.41%, almost $3,000 in market gains. And the next thing I'm going to go into is the activity log. We want to see where that $100 went, but first we're going to take a look at some of the recent dividends. These came in on Friday and these came in on Saturday, and I couldn't apply them until this morning. So these, the Agree Realty, Leggett & Platt, WP Carey, and Medtronic, these will be all dividend drips. And we can see here, let's take a look. That was from Friday, the two buys there. And those were the two buys on Friday were just the medical properties drip. Very nice dividend that came in from NPW, Illinois Toolworks. We'll take a look at that. And just, this is a snowball. I'll show you the medical properties real quick. I got 4.6 additional shares, and that's just from a drip. That's not additional money put in. And of course, a little bit went into the Illinois Toolworks, dripping into there. We'll take a look at, here's the 9 buys from this morning. Here's the $100 deposit that went in from my own money, and then the $48.97, those are dividends being reinvested or a drip. Click on the 9 buys here. We'll see what they were. And General Mills, this is actually part of the $100, $7.49. WB Carey, $17.51. This is a dividend drip. Same with Agree Realty, $2.56. Leggett & Platt, most of this was a drip, but about $8 of it was of the $100. And then Medtronic, $5.21. That's a dividend drip. This Pfizer, $33.66. This is part of the 100. This was actual buy. Same with Black Hills, $12.55, and BST, the $37.16, that was also a buy. And then Realty, $7.30, that is a drip. So if we went down where the $100 came from, it was or not where it came from, where it went to. It went into BST, Black Hills, Pfizer, a little bit of leg, about $8 worth, and then $7.49 of General Mills. And the reason why I do these videos and show you what I'm buying is, when I was looking into individual dividend growth and investing like this, I really didn't know first what to buy, and also I didn't know when to buy it. And a lot of people will tell you to just dollar cost average into it, and that seems to work really well with ETFs and things like that, especially if you have a 401k and you just take a portion of your paycheck, every paycheck, and you're dollar cost averaging into that ETF or that that fund, whatever you're investing in. It seems to work for most people over the long run. So that's why I show this, is just to kind of give some people an idea. It's not investing advice, but it's showing you what I'm doing, and it's showing if it's working for me. And sometimes it looks really good where the market is going way up, and it seems like we're in an upward trend. But I think when things start going down, I think people tend to tune out, and that's when you really need to pay attention and especially need to be investing. So I'm going to bounce off this M1, my stock brokerage account. I'm going to go to a Google Sheets spreadsheet. I'll leave a link below. And this is how I track all my positions, and I'll show you really quick here. If I go to my holdings tab, I have quite a few in here. I'm not going to go over all of them, but we can see just the top ones. I have 70 different positions, and SCHD is my largest, with BST second and JEPI in third place. You can see those. And I'm going to go back to that sheet. I'm just going to walk you through it. I know some people have had kind of a question how the sheet works. Some of it is manual and some of it is automatic. I think it works really well if you use M1 as your stock brokerage account, and I'll show you why, because you can paste in data and have it update the sheet. But what you need to do first is you need to update the company and ticker symbol manually for your positions. You can't just take my sheet and have it reflect your portfolio. So what I have here is the company, the ticker symbol, and the share price. It's using a simple Google function, a Google Finance function here. It's looking up what's in cell B2, which is OHI, and it's returning a share price. It gets a little bit more complicated here with the shares. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump in the data on that tab, which is the M1 data tab, and that's where it's doing a VLOOKUP, and it's looking for an instance of OHI from a table, and then it's returning the value for the shares and also my cost basis. So those are kind of the two things that are automated. And it does a little bit of math here, simple math of my gain or loss from my cost basis to the market value, and adding in all of my dividends paid to see if the investment is profitable or not. You can see my gain or loss, and some of these I'm losing money. And Black Hills is one of the things I bought additional, a little bit of, it was a fractional share of Black Hills, but the way M1 does it is it's kind of buying the quote losers in the portfolio because they're on sale, so to speak. So we can see some others that are not doing so hot. Pfizer, I'm at a loss on this one, $110, and that's why M1 is buying these things that are down, because the share price has gone down. And if it's a good investment, in theory, it's the right time to buy. But again, this is not an investment advice. So you can see here the dividend per share. I have to look that up, and there's various websites out there. You can go out there and check. And one of them I use just to kind of check on this, on all of my stocks, is you can see I have them all ordered chronologically. It's kind of like an advent calendar. Every day or two, sometimes I get multiple dividends in a day. Just wake up and I get paid. And what I do is I look those up at Seeking Alpha. And I'll go ahead and open up this page. And whenever there's dividend raises announced, things like that, I can go over there and get the new dates, the new pay dates, and if there's a dividend raise, things like that, I can enter it in there. And sorry, this is loading up slowly, but there's dozens of other sites that are just as good as this one. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll scan through and I'll look and see if one of my stocks has declared either just a dividend. Looks like this one's in line with the last one, or if I have good news, we see Southern Company, looks like this one is also my portfolio. What I do is I just go over there and check and see if there's a raise. Usually if there's a raise, they announce it on this page, so we really don't need to wait for that to load up. So I'm going to go back to the tracking sheet here. You can see it shows the yield. This is the current yield if you were to purchase more shares. This is the yield on my cost. I'm almost at 10% with OHI. And you can see like some investments, like take Exxon for instance. This one, the current yield is 3.59%, but my yield on cost is 8.56% because I was buying Exxon it was like March of 2020 is when I started buying it, and it was just going down and down. And M1 was buying it when I was depositing money. It was buying Exxon, and I was like, oh no, I didn't want to buy Exxon because it kept on dropping. But you can see how it turned out to be a good thing, how my gain or loss is more than my cost basis. You can see the market value is $1,200 with my $506 investment, and every quarter I get $10.83. So that's how that works. So my yield is a lot higher because the stock has gone up. And this is the dividend date that it's going to pay me. It's usually it's a day later because M1 has a 1-day delay. So actually OHI is going to pay, it paid its last dividend May 15th, but I received it May 16th. And the next time it's going to pay, if they don't raise their dividend, OHI probably won't, my next dividend is going to be $54.64. And that'll be probably 3 months from now, probably August 16th is probably what that's going to be. And let's just take a look at, we're in the light green month, and I have this color coded, and we are in the month of July. So we are in quarter 3, we're in month 1, and so I do as I color code that, and then the second month of the quarter is the medium green, and the darker green is the third month, the last month. So let's take a look, and we can see these are all the dividends I've received so far up to the 15th. I have received $240.94. You can see I have some to go. BST is the big one that's going to hit. I haven't even gotten that one, so we're off to a really good start in July. I'm going to go down here a little bit lower here. We can see I track this, and this is really important, and I'm going to show you how this is going to change. This is my monthly cash flow average, and right now it's $822.43. Of course, this portfolio doesn't pay an even $822.43 every month. What happens is it usually pays it's paying over $500 in the lower months, which is going to be July, August, and then September it's going to pay over $1,300. So when you take those amounts, which are all the quarterly dividends, the estimated dividends, and then I have to add in my monthly payers. I have to add those in 2 more times. That's what this table is for. I add those in, then I divide it by 3, and I get the even $822.43. And I'll show you why I track that. And the main reason is progress. I like to track progress even when the market's going down, even though we're at least for now, we're back in an up market. And I'm going to show you what the result was of the $100 deposit as well as those dividend drips. I'm going to show you what that did to the portfolio as far as the income and how it changed it, because I bought additional shares of dividend paying stocks. It's going to increase my income going forward, and we're going to see by how much per month. And what I'm doing is I'm going to the holdings tab on M1. I started from the name column, selected everything, and clicked on copy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the M1 data tab, and what I do is I'm going to paste this into this tab. Once it loads into A1, I'm going to just paste special everything in there. And what this is doing is it's just going to extract 2 values. Rather than I think it was 9 buys, rather than changing the number of shares and my cost basis for those 9 different stocks, I can do this just in a copy paste into this, and we'll see how it updates it. And we'll have a new amount here. Now it's up to $823.17. I'll go to my monthly average dividend tracking and put the $823.17 in there. Let's see here, $823.17. This is like a little ledger I have. Let's copy this down. And then 823.17. We're going to get the difference. Now I've already put in column E, there's a $100 deposit, and then along with those dividend drips. So what this did was it bought additional shares of stock, and going forward my monthly income was increased an additional 74 cents. Let's go to my dividend tracking tab here. You can see I've been tracking this portfolio since January 2021. I've gone from $18,700 to almost $210,000 in just a few years, and the a large portion of that is where I had equity in a home I no longer own, and I deployed that money right in this time frame quite heavily, and it's worked out pretty well for me, especially with the market going up how it is right now. You can see here in July, here's my current dividends. You can see in June, my last dividends were $13.62, and you can see in the lower paying months in the quarter, months 1 and 2 are paying over $500, and then that's the third month, and we're starting over. We're going to be over 500, probably about 550-ish for July. We'll see. And again, subscribe, because I will do a video and recap all of my dividends for July. And we also go over the monthly average monthly dividend income, and we can see just for the month of July, I've increased my average monthly dividend income by $5.24, and I've only put in $300 so far this month. The month over month gain in my income is 0.64%. So you can see I'm tracking the portfolio value, I'm tracking the average monthly dividend, so I'm tracking income as well. So I want growth, I want income, I want everything, and so far this portfolio is doing it. Of course, this again is not investment advice, but this is what I pretty much want to show you guys. What I was buying, and I'm going to go back into M1 in case you forgot, and we'll go see what those buys were real quick. I'm just going to go over the actual buys were the $100 when it went to General Mills, a little bit to Leggett Platt, about $7-8 there, $33.66 to Pfizer, $12.55 to Black Hills, $37.16 to BST. And I've also got a video on this, so check it out for what BST pays me every month in this taxable brokerage account, as well as an IRA I have even more shares in that. So that's all I had for you guys. Thanks for sticking to the end, and click the like button if you got value from this video, and subscribe and pass this video on to anyone you know who wants to get into dividend growth investing. Everyone take care and have a great week.